JoJo. Mojo with JoJo. Josiah Trader, who is teammates with Jeremiah Smith, top-tier wide receiver. This is moving into FSU talk, boys. But look, it's good to know what your enemy's doing. So don't be like, stop. We got to talk. I got to let Steve have his moment.
It's not my moment. You guys need to know what's going on here. I mean,
yeah, I think because Josiah, we've had talks with him too. So let's at this top tier wide receiver, and we just lost one of our targets, TJ Moore at Clemson. So we're not of dudes here if Jeremiah doesn't flip over. So what's going on with JoJo here, guy?
Look, he's making a visit to Tallahassee this weekend. It's not an official visit, but look, Trader, in case anybody is not keeping up with JoJo's recruitment, he is the number 5 overall recruit in the state of Florida. He is the number 2 wide receiver in the state of Florida, and that is only behind none other than Mr. Jeremiah Smith, who you just mentioned. Look, Trader's been tagged as a heavy Miami lean for a while, but it just seems that there is more and more smoke with his recruitment, and that FSU was starting to play a bigger role as the weeks and months go on. This is his 3rd unofficial visit to FSU, which the only school who's had more unofficial visits by Trader is Miami, who he's local to. He's literally just outside of the campus. So he's had 3. This will be his 3rd visit to FSU. He's had 5 to Miami. Now, I'm not saying I expect a commitment this weekend or anything like that, but it definitely shows that there is a high level of interest coming from his side of things. And obviously his recruitment is not over. So I would say look for FSU here to make a little bit of racket. It's not going to be instant gratification. The kid's not walking out of there off of an unofficial visit, making a commitment to the Noles. But I would say this is far from being a Miami lock. And I know for right now, for what Miami is dealing with some of their players right there in the Miami area, one of which having gone to Louisville in TJ Capers, the linebacker. Jeremiah Smith, obviously, we're all fighting over, but that's like another kid who's just right outside of Miami. There's a ton of talent right out in the backyard, and they can't seem to get any of it in there. So if Miami isn't able to lock down Trader, that could be a massive loss for Cristobal, who's supposed to be this premier recruiter, to not even be able to put a fence around his own city.
Yeah, look, I think you. What's the Cronkite is your quarterback? Did I say that right?
Croman Hook. Yeah,
that's what I said. Look, I think he's moving up in the tiers of quarterbacks. You wouldn't put him in the same tier at the moment. This is not taking a jab here, and I would say like the Air Nolan. I think he's close to Air Nolan, but the Raiolas, the Lagways, but he's in that Elite 11 camp, and so we'll see how that plays out. That's coming up here in just a few days. And look, that could help you. I mean, you got the number 1 tight end coming. You got the top tier running back coming. You're putting together a healthy class. I've been saying it. I hate to say it, but look, this could be kind of like that trifecta that Will and Nick were just talking about with Florida when they had that catalyst class with Tebow, Brandon Spikes, and Percy Harvin, right? Your big 3 that kind of really got things going here. Well, this could be part of that big 3/big 4. So good stuff. Good for you guys. And Tim Lombardi, what's up, Bubba? Good to see you, man.
The one thing I will say about JoJo is that it somewhat concerns me, right? Because let's just say hypothetically that Trader flips from Miami. I'm just calling him a Miami heavy lean. So let's just say he comes to the good guys being FSU. That would give Florida State 5 wide receiver commitments just in this class alone. And we already have, freshmen and redshirt sophomores currently sitting on our roster as it is. Sure. It's not exactly an empty wide receiver room.
Sure.
What concerns me is, look, I would love to get Trader. I would love to see that eventually he ends up signing with the Garnet and Gold. But I believe that if that does end up happening, that one of these 4 wide receiver commitments that we have now could end up seeing that's too many bodies in one place. So we'll see what happens. But somebody like a TJ Abrams could potentially decommit and go somewhere else. And I know that Florida's had some interest in him. LaWayne McCoy, another 4-star wide receiver here in the state, could potentially move on to somewhere else if he feels that there's too many bodies. So I would keep an eye on this JoJo Trader thing if you're a Florida fan, certainly if you're an FSU fan, because that could cause a little bit of a ripple effect because it's a lot of bodies for one class at that same position. Good. Sorry.